Okay, today guys, I'm going to talk about Bandersnatch. That's Netflix's new make your own adventure show. Now I know there's a lot of videos about this, but the cool thing about it is that every video is a little bit different because everybody has a little bit different experience with the show. Now I'm going to break this down in a unique way. I want to break this down from a programmer standpoint. Now I'm not a current programmer, but I was when I was younger, and I've picked up on a couple things during the show that I haven't heard other people mention on their videos, so I'm going to break those down for you here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the title, and I'm going to clear all my choices. The reason that is, a lot of these choices depend on other choices. Some of these choices make you choose the wrong choice to get to the right choice. Because I imagine it's more expedient that way for making a film, because if you make all the perfect choices all the way through, it would be a pretty short show for you. So we're going to continue with restarting. So we're not going to watch the whole show. And Netflix, by the way, this is definitely fair use. 100% fair use. Okay? We're not going to watch your show and just put it out there. We're going to talk about it. We're going to commentate over it. I want to criticize it a little bit. So we're going to skip all this worthless jazz. And you can hit this plus 10 to get to a choice.
How about you decide?
So my first choice is the cereal, and it seems like an innocuous choice. Choose Sugar Puffs. Now the reason that's not such an innocuous choice to choose the cereal is because later on in different segments you see advertisements for the cereal that you chose, and they're obviously completely different segments. So my opinion is that this leads to a different situation. Now you're going to choose what kind of music you want to listen to. I wanted to choose the Thompson Twins, but she chose Now 2. So we're going to go with her choice of Now 2 when we watched it. So we chose the Now 2. It takes a while to get there. And he plays the music. Now at first I thought that this is just going to be some type of silly choice that really was inconsequential in the show, and that this was just going to be about the music you listen to while it was going on. All right, let's get out of there. Let's get to our next choice. So, but I think I'm wrong. Because it seems like the inconsequential choices make a difference. Now he's going to choose if he's going to stay in this office and work on this game, or if he's not. If you accept it, it's a loop.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you about this loop.
Perfect. Okay.
Game comes out. It's terrible.
I'm trying again.
And he decides to try the game again on his own without really any input from you. So he's going to try the game again, and it goes through a sequence of what just happened to catch you back up, and gives you this choice again.
Set up a small team just for you, and of course Cole's on hand.
And of course you refuse. Because if you don't refuse, you have to go through this whole thing again, and it's just a loop. Now, there's where the programming talk comes in. Programming talk comes in by saying that was a worthless choice in the game. And being a worthless choice in the game, it was just a loop to show you a sequence that they wanted to show you to basically kill time and give you the idea that he needs to do this on his own kind of way. So now you can choose if he talks about what he talks to the therapist about his mom, or he does not.
Revisit things, even if you feel you've done this before.
So I choose no.
No.
That choice, I'm not really sure, because I didn't choose it last time. I chose yes, but to show that I've made some different choices already, as basically I'm getting the same storyline that I got last time. So
I'll ask again.
So she asked them again, would you like to talk about it? Let's choose no again. And let's see if this is an inconsequential loop. I think it probably is an inconsequential loop.
You might learn something about yourself you don't know.
Yeah, it's just gonna...
I said no, and I meant it.
Uh-oh, you meant it this time.
Okay.
I've never chosen no twice in a row.
Remember, Stefan.
But I'm willing to bet it's a loop.
Anytime you need me.
Just cool.
You know the number.
So it goes down the same record store, makes the same choices, and the number becomes relevant near the end. It's going to make us choose between two of these albums. Now, to be honest, I don't know either one of these albums. Federa or the Bermuda Triangle. I chose the Bermuda Triangle. I tried to choose Bermuda Triangle, but it chose Federa for me. I didn't make it in time. So you're going to throw T, or you're going to shout at Dad?
Stefan, please talk to me.
I'm going to shout at Dad. No definite. ending,
And we'll go.
and there's a lot of false endings. And there's a lot of things that can be endings that are usually not endings unless your 90 minutes is up.
Okay.
Now, if you've reached an ending,
I think the healthiest thing to do is to talk about.
one of my favorite scenes is following Colin. If you chose a scene that led to the ending and your 90 minutes is not up, then
Stefan,
that's not the end. It just lets you choose again.
Stefan.
So that's why they get by with having so many
Colin.
endings. You basically go to Stefan with him to his house to get high, LSD, and one of you jumps out the window.
Do you want?
It's a great scene when he takes the drug. So you want to watch the scene where he takes the drug. I'm not going to give too much of it away. Netflix is probably already not going to be happy with the way I'm doing this video, and maybe even pull my video. I don't know. Let's hope we don't get a copyright strike. In my ending to Bandersnatch, what happens is he chooses to get the toy, he gets the toy back, and then he chooses whether to go with mom or not. I chose to have him go with mom. I don't know why. But we chose to have him go with mom, and the therapist talking to him, and he's dead. That's how it ended. A lot of people say that they say no. They chose not to go with mom. And there's all kinds of different spirals and different turns around. The trick to this show, and it's pretty ingenious in the fact that they only had about 5 hours of film. And in this 5 hours of film, they have to come up with all these different ways to end it and all these different ways to think. Now, 5 hours seems like a lot, but if you think that every viewer gets an hour and a half, every viewer gets 90 minutes, 5 hours becomes not that much to have so many different possibilities. So a lot of these possibilities just loop around to another possibility. Or after you've done so many loops and your 90 minutes is up, this loop is really the end, and that's the ending of the movie. And most of these endings are just terrible. I'll tell you, most of the endings are awful. Most of the endings don't settle anything for you. And in my ending, he's dead, and you know, it's just really awful. And I've only seen one ending where the game got 5 out of 5. That's basically where he cut Dad up, and they flash back on this game that was wonderful at the time. But the guy got convicted of murder. And if you haven't made it to the 90 minutes part yet, then that's not the end. If you haven't made it to the 90 minutes part yet, then it flashes to the future. Some girl's remaking the game, and then it goes on from there. If you have made it to the 90 minutes deadline, then that's it for you. So there's a lot of trickery going on. There has to be, but I really applaud this idea. And I'm also looking forward to this type of idea paired with 360-degree video going on, and I'd like to see something like that happen. Netflix, I don't know if you're delving into the 360 idea or not, but give it a think. Give it a think.